Outside of the meat is going to want like... Hope you ate something, because this recipe is going to make you hungry like you've been walking through the desert, sent to the moon, back through the desert again. Well, you get the point. I seriously mean what I'm saying. If you're hungry right now, it's a bad idea to keep watching. Just click something else, don't watch this video, because you're gonna be so... It's like, literally, it's gonna blow your mind. And I can't really be responsible for that. I can't be responsible. I don't want to be responsible. I'm a YouTuber.
What should they watch then?
I don't know.
Jungle Survival.
Bear Grylls. I don't know. Watch something else. Because this is a beautiful Dutch heritage pig. It's a Brabantse brug pig, which translates to like a local area that we have in the Netherlands. Yes, it's a small country. We have smaller parts within the small country, and that is where this comes from. The place that nobody ever heard of. They make the most delicious pigs you've ever seen. And I've managed to get one like whole rack with the loin and the fat and the skin on. Hey, you know what that means, right? Yes, that means we need a tray and we need to fill it up with coarse sea salt. And then we'll put our pork rib roast on top with the skin on the salt and set it in the fridge for 24 hours. So you waited for a day for these ribs to turn into this. Basically, they look identical. They look the same as they looked yesterday, except for there's a lot of salt on the skin. And now we're taking that salt off. Doesn't make any sense, right, Morrison?
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. Wait, that's the thing that they gotta wait for. At the end of the video, you'll understand. It's not like some weird thing that we're doing here. We're not discovering like a whole new thing. It's been done for ages, and for a good reason. And now you can actually already see a little bit of difference. This is where the salt touched the skin, and this little piece here on the top, it didn't touch the salt. And that's my bad, but it's really a good way to understand what happens to the skin. The salt really broke down the skin, took out all of the juices from the skin, and I can explain it to you, but I can also show it to you. Before we start firing up the grill, there's one more thing that we need to do. You see, I need to carve into the skin, and I really want to cut it all the way through until we hit the fat. You see, I want to make sure that we separate the tension from the skin and the tension from the meat. And what I mean is, when we're going to heat up this piece of meat, it's going to tighten up, and it's going to be like... And then, what's going to happen is the outside of the meat is going to want like... But if you get the skin that does the opposite thing, and this goes like... You're going to have a lot of tension in the meat, and it's going to look all weird. And I don't want weird looking meat. Does that make sense?
The sound design was awesome.
Sound design, yeah. Thank you very much. Now let's fire up the grill. Look at the temperature. We're almost at 375. That's over 700 degrees Fahrenheit on the Phantom grill. And look at my burners. They're almost to the lowest setting. This thing has some power. It's just crazy. I gotta shut down at least one burner, and I'm keeping the two outside burners on because this thing is like a beast. I don't get it. It's so hot. It's so freaking hot. It's nice though in the winter time. But I made a tray with potatoes, put a little bit of oil on them. We're going to set that in the center of our barbecue. Then I'm going to sprinkle some of my rub. And this rub is the rub that I used in our ribs video. And I sprinkle it on our pork meat. Nice and thick coating. Don't touch the skin, it's already salty. Don't need rub on the skin. And the butcher left the meat between the bones on. And I'm thinking, you might be onto something. This might be good, so I'm leaving it on as well. And we're gonna put some rub on that too. And now we're gonna carefully set this on top of the potatoes. And now all we have to do before we close the lid is stick in our thermometer Just find a good spot in the center, stick it in. Now we'll close the lid and wait for the magic to happen. I just got the notification that my pork roast reached a temperature of 62 degrees in its core. And look at how beautiful it is. This thing is so crazy beautiful. Look at the colors and look at the beautiful skin on top. And I know you can hear this, right? This is going to be freaking insane. Potatoes are done, rib roast is cooked, it looks amazing. And I'm starting to freak out here because, you know, Morrison and I are going to be fighting over this little piece here in between the bones. Oh, this is going to be a fight, Morrison.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to take it all.
I got a big knife.
You get nothing. Wait, what?
I brought a knife.
You brought a knife this time? I always bring the knife. Never mind. One thing I want to do before I finish this up is I want to get that final little pop on our end, on our outside crust. So I'm going to put my gloves on and turn the back burner on the grill, and the infrared is going to make it pop even more. Let's fire it up. This is just insane. It is crazy good. This little bit, like the crispy bit, that's like, wow. People with OCD, you're gonna have a problem with this because it's not gonna stick to the pork chops. But either way, it looks freaking fantastic. And then we got our beautiful potatoes. I got some sweet potatoes and and look at all this fat that's on the bottom of this tray. We can just like, ooh. And in this fat, there's juices of the vegetables, there's juices of the pork, there's a little bit of that rub, there's a little bit of that salt that was in the skin. All of the goodness is on this plate. Oh. Morrison, I think it's a long time we did a roast. And I think this is the perfect roast for finally another roast.
I wasn't even hungry. I'm still not hungry, but I'm kinda getting in the mood because you can't deny this. You can't.
Oh, the end piece was just screaming at me. Just eat me. Look at it drip. Look, look.
The potato first. This is a proper winter dish. All that juices, they just drip in. No matter what you else do with your potatoes, they're gonna be fine because they have the flavor from the pork.
You know, the health authorities, they say we need to cook this thing till it hits like 65 degrees Celsius core temperature. I don't like the health authorities. Don't take my advice on health. Take my advice on what tastes good.
Oh man. Pork can be so juicy, so tender. And so crispy.
And here comes the best part. Don't ever French the bones again. Don't clean them up. It might look pretty, but you're throwing away some of the best parts because listen to this.
There's something else going on this platter. It's this.
Wait, stop.
These are two sticking to each other. I can't help it.
But you already had one.
Hey, what's this?
Hey.
Also crispy.
All right, I'm turning off the camera.
Can I eat some potatoes then?
No, my turn.
Oh,
It's so juicy. And
they're so good. I think we shouldn't make a lot of videos about this because if the price goes up for this, then we just ruin it for everyone.
but we can make one a year.
One a year.
Yeah, I think so too.
And we're doing this for you guys.
I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave us a big thumbs up.
And a comment down below.
Big thank you to our patrons and our YouTube members. Hope to see you guys next time. Until then.
Eet smakelijk.
And keep on grilling. Did you really bring a knife?